Let's look at one more function using bitwise operators. Let's say in this function, we want to swap two bits from a given number. For example, let's say I have a number x, again, I'm looking at 8-bit numbers. So bits are B0 to B7, B0 being the least significant bit, the 0th bit. Now let's say I want to write a function where I want to interchange, for example, bit number 6 and bit number 3. So the input is, let's say B7, B6, and so on and so forth up to B0. The output for this function would be B7, B3, B5, B4, B6, B2, B1, B0. Now, of course, 3 and 6 are just examples. It could be any two bits. Now, this is a great practice in bitwise operators because, we got to do this in very carefully in a step-by-step manner and, understand how bitwise operators can be used to effect something of this sort. Let's look at the steps that we need to follow for doing this. Basically, it's kind of like, it's so illogical. Basically, I need to figure out what is, for example, bit number 3. And the way I would do that is by doing a bitwise AND with, let's say, a mask, which is 0 everywhere and 1 only, let's say, in this position. Now, this is exactly what we are doing. For example, in the LED pattern, we want to find out what is the value of that particular bit. We would just bitwise AND with all zeros except 1 on that position. So that gives me, let's say, this B3. Now remember, I want to shift this to B, the sixth location. So I go and create a new vector here, which is 0, B3, and zeros everywhere. And remember, B3 could be 0 or 1, which means this bit basically is also 0 and 1. Important point is that this bit has taken the value of whatever was here. So this bit sort of has been shifted. So think through it. We've kind of passed the number through a sieve, found it here, found that particular bit and shifted it. Exactly same things going on in the second step, just the reverse of it. I take the, for example, sixth bit, and I move it down to say 3 position. Now depends on which bits we are taking. It could be as a bit number P1, bit number P2. Now, having done this, the third step would be to sort of, let's say, put it all together. But before that, we need to kind of create a new number. So what I'll do is that I'll start with the B, my X. From X, I want to create a number which has zeros in both these positions. So it's sort of, again, think of it this way, that I have this X, I just go and drop, let's say, these two bits, B6 and B0. The way I do that is by doing a bitwise AND with this sieve. So this time round, bitwise AND with 1, 0, 1, 1. 0, 1, 1, 1. What that does, of course, is remember bitwise AND with the 1 is always the same bit. Bitwise AND with a 0 is a 0. So I'll end up with, let's say, this situation. Now, how do I create this particular mask? This 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Well, I can start with all ones and do a bitwise XOR with, let's say, 0 and ones in these two positions. Remember, these two positions I know because these are the bits that I want to swap. So think about it, very logical. This just trying to get down to every bit, and move it to the right position. Having obtained, let's say, this output, now this straightforward, I have, let's say, step 3 output, which is this. I have step 1 output, which is B6 in the correct position, new position. I have step 2 output, which is B3 in the new position. I do a bitwise OR of all of this. Remember, bitwise OR basically is just, going to be B6 because this is all zeros, these are zeros. So, likewise, this would be B3. My result would be that I would have inverted these two bits. Let's see this in action so that it becomes a little bit more, clear. Of course, we are enhancing the bit by bit project from the YByte Python curriculum available at www.ybyte.in. All right, so I get back to my code over here. I just define a new function called, say, swap bits. Now this function takes 3 arguments. So x, which is a number in, let's say, of interest, p1 and p2, which are the two positions that we are looking at. Remember, first I want to find out the bit in position P1 and the bit in position P2. So the way we do that is, well, I just find out the B1, which is bit in position P1. That is given by a bitwise AND between the number itself and 1 left shifted by P1. Now this is exactly what we are doing for the LED pattern. Basically do a bitwise AND with a specific mask. That gives me this bit, but I must shift this bit. So I just create a new vector, this is a new number, B1 shift, which is given by B1 left shift by, let's say, P2 minus. So I'm assuming that P2 is more than P1. This completes my first step. In fact, the same thing is going to happen to the second bit. So I do this, for example, B2, which is, well, nothing but X, and with 1 shifted by P2, and B2 shift would be, well, B2 shifted by P2 minus P1. But this has to be right shift. So first one was left shift, next is right shift, because again, I'm assuming P1 is, less than P2. Now, having done this, remember, I need to create my, I need to sort of do the step number 3. So I create a temporary mask, which is, well, TMP is, let's say, 1 left shift by P1 and a bitwise OR with 1 left shift with P2. Now, this particular thing is basically all zeros, but ones in those two places. However, I wanted exactly the reverse. Remember, what I wanted is all ones except these two zeros. So the way I can do that by using a bitwise XOR. So I just go and say temp is equal to say 255. I'm assuming these are all 8-bit numbers. Bitwise XOR with, let's say, TMP. So that's going to invert every bit. Remember, XOR with all ones is going to invert every bit, and hence my X new is, well, nothing but X and, let's say, TMP. So that's basically zeros in those two bits. Everywhere else, the same number has been preserved. Now, having done this, I'm just going to say, well, Y is equal to X new, or let's say, so bitwise or B1 shift and say B2 shift. And of course, I can return, say. Now, before testing the code that we have written, let's just look at some examples so that we know what we are expecting. Let's say I were to swap bit number 0 and bit number 7 of the number 1. Well, remember 1 is basically 0, B, all zeros followed by 1. When I swap these two, I'm going to end up with 1, 0. So there's an extra 0 here. There should be this 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And then that is 128. Let's look at one more example, 100 to 5. If I were to do this, well, basically I'm looking at bit number 2 and bit number 5. I've kind of highlighted them. Both of them are ones, which means that even if I swap them, the number is going to be unchanged. That is still going to be 100. Finally, I've taken one more example. So 201, 1 and 3. So I'm going to look at this bit and this bit, 0 and 1 here. When I swap them, so basically it becomes, nothing changes here. It becomes 0011, and that is 195. So this is what we are expecting. Let's test our code. I did, for example, X is swap bits 107. Indeed, I got 128. Let's try the other examples as well. So if I were to do X is, say, swap, bits, let's say 100, 2 and 5, just some examples anyway. X is going to be 100. And if I were to try, let's say, my third example, which is, say, 201, 1 and 3, well, that X is going to be 195. So you can see that the function is working. Very nice practice in bitwise operators, and I hope you found this interesting. In general, our approach emphasizes practical learning, hands-on learning. Look at our website www.ybyte.in because we learn Python programming through such fun activities. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.